How did it make you feel when you heard the tabling of the bill?
How did it make me feel? I probably was numb. So I probably had no feeling because we're just sort of, it was unbelievable. And I guess the realisation of that reconnected me with the stories of our people, my parents, my grandparents' struggles and battles to get us where we are today. And the tears were to honour those struggles and those battles. And I was reminded that of my grandfather's story, who back in 1905, when the Aboriginal Act came into legislation or came into to be enacted, that at the stroke of a pen, he was no longer allowed to work, earn money for his family. He could no longer walk down the street. He could no longer be recognised as a proud Noongar man, a warrior of his tribe. Although he was doing that, he was acting as a responsible Noongar man, caring for his family, providing for his family, and maintaining his obligations. And at the stroke of a pen, that was taken away from my grandfather. And on the day that we were in Parliament, I was numb and breathless because I thought, after all this expectation, at an uttering of a word, it was all undone again. And I just couldn't believe it, that we'd worked and got this far, and then all of a sudden it was like that, you know? So that's why I was numb.
What are your thoughts about the native title process?
The thoughts about the native title process, what, the federal act, or how we're going?
How we're going.
Given that I'm a member of the negotiation team, how's it going? It's going as well as we can expect it to go, given a clear understanding that when you enter negotiation, you have to give and take. This was an offer that they'd put up. We had to work through that offer to see what did it fit our needs, and then of course they had their interests involved in it. And so there were some difficult moments that we had to work through it. Negotiation's never easy because both sides want the best for each party. So we had to give and take a little bit with that, but it's going okay.
So what is your message to other Noongar people?
Sweet and short. If you say no to this, you'll get what you always got, which is nothing.
And do you have any other thoughts or comments you'd like to mention?
Oh, look, we've gone through some hard battles. As Noongar people, we've gone through some hard battles. Here is an opportunity that if we don't grab this, it'll never be offered again. Our kids won't get this opportunity, but I think personally for me, it's that recognition of being a Noongar person. I mean, we've been called some horrible names. We've been called some names that we didn't agree with. Like, we never knew ourselves as Indigenous. We never knew ourselves as Aboriginals. We heard too often bungs and coons and all of that. But here was a word that's being accepted by the government, and that's what we are. We are tribal. We are Noongar people, and that's what it gave me.